Greetings, everybody. How are you all doing today on this beautiful Sunday? This article is from Natural News. 95% of status quo scientists fail this simple science quiz. Take it yourself and see why. As an independent scientist and the lab science director of a globally accredited analytical laboratory, CWClabs.com, I've come to discover that most status quo scientists are woefully ignorant about real science. Most of what gets paraded around as science in our society is nothing more than corporate propaganda pretending to be science. This is where all the fake science lies come from that tells us glyphosate is harmless, GMOs don't cause cancer, fluoride is wonderful to ingest, and mercury in vaccines is safe to inject into children. These are our scientists? Nowadays? Wow. Alright, but as I've interacted with university laboratories, science paper authors, and scientific thinkers across the realm of science, I've come to realize something truly astonishing. Most status quo scientists are clueless about reality. What they think they know is mostly pseudo-knowledge that's been pushed onto them by medical schools or industry propaganda, big biotech, big pharma, big ag, the cancer industry, etc. They absolutely do not want anyone waking people up to legitimate independent science that might question the false narratives of the status quo. My own efforts to educate the public about real science are so successful that the biotech industry maintains a full-time negative PR firm whose entire mission is to discredit me personally by spreading obviously fictional accusations. That's how desperate they are to silence independent scientists who are educating the public. But don't take my word for what I've said above. You need to see for yourself how incredibly ignorant many status quo scientists really are. 95% of status quo scientists fail this simple science quiz. To demonstrate the astonishing ignorance of status quo scientists and doctors, I've created a science quiz found below that 95% of status quo scientists fail for the simple reason that they are dogmatists more than they are legitimate scientists. For example, nearly all scientists ridiculously believe that the speed of light in a vacuum is a constant. This has been taught to every scientist with such repetitive insistence that nearly all scientists now take the concept as a matter of faith. Note the word faith, not fact. Even scientists reading this will initially think I'm wrong, and they are right. Because the false idea that the speed of light is a constant has been hammered into their brains from the very first day of academic science training. Yet, it turns out that the speed of light isn't a constant at all, not even in a vacuum. And to make sure nobody uncovers the truth about the variance in the speed of light, the NIST literally defines the speed of light using circular logic which references the speed of light itself as a factor in determining the speed of light. As a result, when NIST says the speed of light is a constant, it is the mathematical equivalent of saying x equals x, which of course is always true, no matter the value of x. Yet, in the real universe, the speed of light isn't a constant, as you'll see below. Okay, there are graphs below. Let's see. Any scientists who say the speed of light is always a constant in a vacuum is scientifically ignorant and has been living under a massive cover-up perpetrated by the status quo scientific community which pretends that C is a constant. But that's nothing more than fake science. Check out the quiz for yourself. If you know of any science friends or colleagues, give them this quiz and see if they can even get a single answer correct. I've given this quiz to many scientists, and not a single person has answered every science question correctly. Most scientists fail every question here, every single one. So what does that tell you about the sad state of the scientific establishment in society today? It tells you that much of what its members believe is pseudoscience. Okay, here's the quiz. All right, it's a 5-question quiz, true or false. You can pause it here and look at it. All right. Okay, the answers are given below with detailed scientific citations, charts, and additional links for exploration. Most of the links you'll find here are links to science publications recognized by mainstream science, such as Science Daily and Science Alert. Okay, he has a new documentary here which explains how independent grassroots scientists like himself are now taking back science from the corrupt corporate poisoners who have infested the scientific status quo with twisted falsehoods and deliberate disinformation to suppress human knowledge. Okay, here's the answers. Okay. And I'll just scroll down. If I scroll too fast, you can always pause the video. Okay. I will post the link to this below. So, I'll just go through this real quick. Let's see the answers. Here's a graph. I'm not really familiar with how to read charts like this, but maybe some of you are. So again, feel free to pause the video and look at these graphs and charts. Again, I have to learn how to read these and what they mean. So, here's another chart. And another one. So, that's pretty much it for this video. I'm going to post the link below, and you can look at all the answers yourself. Alright, everybody. Thank you for watching, and I hope everybody has a nice day today. And until next time, talk to you later. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.